Good morning, Akira here. Sorry I'm a little late. We are getting a snowstorm and I wanted to set up a time-lapse camera to capture that, so that took me a little bit longer than I thought. But we are ready to go this morning. So just a quick recap of what's going on so far. We are sieging the castle in Kailasa. I think that's how you would say that. That seems to be going pretty well. My hand was sort of forced in invading to the south here just because these guys seem to be playing a little bit aggressively. You know, invading this Dumna here, which is only just a few provinces away from my capital. So I wanted to push them back a little bit, and in doing so, I decided it was just best to go ahead and take their capital since the time was right. That's putting me in a little bit of an uncomfortable spot. I tend to not want to play super aggressive in the beginning, just knowing that I could easily be exposed to, like, a pretender, an early game pretender or something like that. But it seems to be going pretty well. I was going to cut off these provinces from their resources here, so I think I'm going to do that now with my commander here, who's bringing in some resources. The big threat right now are these ethereal units here. So these guys come from the ocean. They're going to be extremely difficult to hit, and so I am a little bit concerned about them. They haven't invaded so far, so I'm not at war with them. But what I'm going to do, at the recommendation to one of the viewers here, was try to create an amphibian force just to harass them and maybe keep them a little bit busy. There's their capital, so that's good. They do have a pretty big swath of area they control here. So as soon as I can get my Dominion to come back up, which hopefully I can do by eliminating these guys, I'm going to do some scouting over here and see exactly how far they've come. And try to see, exactly how powerful they are. But if I can take a couple of their sea provinces, then, I can reduce their resources a little bit. On the note of resources, I am in a little bit of financial trouble. I'm not building my treasury up like I wanted to. I've been having to recruit and build up my researchers and my commanders. So back at home, I have a decent, I would say, an educational institute going on here. So we have some researchers who I've crafted this little item. What's it called? The owl quill. So it's basically doubling their research, which is awesome. So I'm going to try to craft as many of those as I can. So these guys are mainly researching, and then I have a little undead foundry going on over here. And these guys are reanimating skeletons and then creating these like sort of Frankenstein corpses. So as soon as this commander is ready, I'm going to give him an undead army, and we're going to start sweeping this way, basically just to capture some resources, and then this whole area of land will be mine. Easier to defend if I get a threat from up north. And yeah, so then I'll have basically two armies. I'll probably use them immediately as like a policing force. I would like for now a proper army of these guys. They just have a little bit more longevity in battle to actually start expanding north here, but we'll see. That might take some time. So for now, I think things feel pretty good. Let's take a quick look at the army setup here, and how we might use these guys. So we have, of course, our traditional troops here, but what I'm really thinking about is how we should use these guys. So these skeletons have very low hit points, but they do have decent protection. So they do have, some armor, and that varies depending on, each casting and who comes up. Some of these guys don't have armor at all, but they got a decent broadsword, and so they're going to do all right as far as their attacking power goes. But they could die pretty quickly, especially if we get like cavalry or something like that. So they're going to need to be a little bit bigger in order to be able to expand too far from home base. These guys, however, are going to be fun. They have good hit points, 25 hit points. No protection whatsoever, though. So, those hit points are going to come down right away. When they do get hit, they do have the chance of electrocuting the guy who's hitting them. And with the high strength and this, they're going to be causing a decent amount of damage, but they do have a low attack skill. So, slow moving, very low combat speed. So like the opposite of cavalry. So with a combat speed of 6, and these having a combat speed of 8, these guys are not going to move fast. Going to be super susceptible to, I guess they are pierce resistant. So that's good. I think like arrows and stuff Won't hurt them too much, but they are slow moving in the sense, so even though they're not maybe getting hurt too badly by the arrows, you know, they will be giving the enemy a lot of opportunity to hit them. So we'll just kind of see how that goes there. For now, I think this first move, let's just double check these guys. Okay, so there's 44 of these guys, only 6 there, 19 defense. I'm going to go ahead and move these guys here just to cut these guys off. And then we'll buff the army up here with these troops. This is my prophet, so then we will start preaching in this area to lower this dominion. I wonder if their pretender's not awake yet. Very well could be that he's not. So the good news is they do have 1 dominion here. Once I fall their capital, I think they'll be eliminated from the game. Possibly because they don't own any provinces with their dominion in it. I'm not sure how that will work, but we'll find out. Okay, so they're moving there. You're sieging. That's pretty good. These guys are doing what they should do. My scout is stuck over here in this area, but that's fine. He's kind of keeping an eye on their home base. Ah, there is an army there. So this is where I'm super concerned. And this very well may change things. So first things first, I'm actually going to bump this defense up quite a bit. This is where I'm spending all my gold right now. 25. Okay. Not that those guys are going to stand much of a chance against this army here, but if they decide to invade, it's going to take forever and a day for these guys to get back over here. This undead army would have to go face these guys, and I'm not sure how like well they would do it, how well they would be able to stop it. So like we could lose all of this territory we gained pretty quickly if these guys decide to attack. But hopefully they don't do that. We'll see. Okay, I think we're good to go. Oh, you need to be researching. And yeah, everything seems good. We'll go ahead and end this turn. All right, an unexpected event has occurred. We've unearthed some earth gems from this province here, so that's good. And we are starting to destroy the fort there. The walls are severely damaged, but more time is required to break them down completely. So I'm guessing another month or 2 of taking these guys down. The good news is... Oh, wait, what's going on? Oh, they snuck. I always got to forget about this guy because all these guys are stealthy. So we're going to attack this province this turn. They should be able to take these guys. There's archers and slingers, super low level. Let's just actually make sure. One thing, I'm glad maybe I didn't do this. Let's push these guys forward a little bit. Just to make sure they're not super far back and just taking a ton of unnecessary archery fire. So we'll just say closest enemy. That's fine. These guys are pretty strong. They should be able to take that. So unfortunately, I'm gonna be behind a turn on that, but we'll see. Okay. Good news is, one more turn. And then my commander will be ready. And then we can sort of start moving this area. These guys, they moved. Okay, excellent. And they're not even going on land here either. So it seems like maybe they're focused on some other areas. One thing I do want to do. Interesting. We are. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize that. We're getting some magic gems from that area. So let's go ahead and try to recruit units here. So not here. Okay. So I do need to build a lab here in order to get some commanders, but I'm going to go ahead and just repeat these guys over and over and over and over. Try to get a decent sized amphibian army. Let's take a look at these guys. Good hit points. Pretty cheap. You know, substandard protection and magic resistance. Low morale. I mean, you know, decent morale. Nothing amazing. Cheap resources, which is good. Combat speed of 8, which is, you know, it's a pretty substandard troops. what makes them special maybe is this net. So the weapon can be used for repelling. This weapon can only be used once each battle. So, okay. So essentially they try to like throw this web on people and then they'll spear them. So, you know, I'm not sure if that's amazing or not. We'll see. But, you know, it might slow down some infantry and allow us to cause a little bit more damage than normal. Let's see what else is over here. So recruit units, those are just your normal units. Can't see what these guys can do. Yeah, I think that's fine. Over here too maybe are some, those are your standard units. Let me see here. Standard units, you should know that. Yeah, okay. So I think these are the only amphibian units that I have access to right here, which is fine. Okay, that's good. They're still sieging. They're attacking. They're still doing their thing. Oh, interesting. Okay, so one reason these guys might not be attacking is they are losing a battle over here. So that would be good. You know, an enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. So hopefully these guys, maybe they can't cross and they're stuck here. So I might not have to worry about these guys as much as I thought. Okay, so everything still feels pretty good. We are not recruiting units right now. I'm sort of just saving gold, which is good. I should start recruiting some units here. I'm going to try to get above 1,000 gold to just have that like in my coffers a little bit. I should figure out how to convert some of these gems here soon, just because while these are sitting in the treasury, they're not doing much for me, and it will take time to convert those to useful things. So I don't want to sit on too much early game. Like, they can be best used for expansion, and then, of course, getting more gems and things like that. Okay, let's go ahead and check my commanders real quick. Okay. Ending turn. All right. All right. Okay. So interesting. Okay, so the walls are critically damaged. An unexpected event occurred here. Nature gems +2. A few gems have been found in a split trunk of an oak. That's excellent. Okay, this is interesting. So we attacked Griffin Rock. Okay, and we conquered them. Took some damage. They just got a different variety of things here. So this is their defense. And then our forces defeated the attacking forces. Oh my lord. Okay. Wow. So they attacked. And we defeated them. That is surprising. Okay, so let's look. So, yeah, so they lost 3 ethereal units, which kind of makes sense. I'm guessing maybe what happened is I didn't kill a commander or anything. That's interesting. But I think I did lose quite a bit of my army. Thank God, not my commander. Wow. Okay, I'm super curious about this battle. Let's see how that went. I was not expecting to fight them with that army. But you know what? You should always consider what your enemy can do and not what you think they will do. So, okay. So the good news is I do have glamour. Or, yeah. So, like, you know, these guys are going to be kind of hard to hit, too. Okay. Okay, good. I was casting Banish. So that's probably what did it to these guys. That's right. I was recommended to use my priest. So that's good. Those guys are going to take some damage from that. So I'm not completely immune. They can be banished. I'm going to have to maybe make some more priests when I fight these guys. That's definitely what's going on. Let me know if the sound effects are too loud there. They're loud on my headphones. Okay, so banish is definitely the most effective thing. I'm just like missing these guys completely. Yeah. That's good. Okay, we're gonna fast forward a little bit just to watch this. So these guys, I should have some cavalry or something. This is a completely unprepared type fight. However, I am at war with these guys now, so that's unfortunate. Okay, so I'm casting skeleton, and yeah, so this guy is busy doing all sorts of stuff. His fatigue is 105, so he should be like passed out right now. He's just casting away. But you gotta do what you gotta do to win the battle. So yeah, cool. I was able to banish like most of those guys. So that's good to know. Okay, cool. So we won that. Casting. Let's just double check this. See, I lost 5 of those guys here. Wow, okay, so that pretty much decimated that army. But that's all right. I mean, like, we got everything we wanted out of that. So we captured this territory. We defeated this enemy. And I'm hoping, 1 month away from falling this castle here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to... Should we preach from here? No, let's move here. That way these guys are a little bit protected. Let's spend some money to up the defenses here. There we go. Hire some local defenders. Their army is down to nothing. So we can take this territory as well. Maybe once this falls, we'll just clear these guys up. I'll probably build a castle to replace this somewhere. Maybe here, you know, the bridge is nice because then, you know, they got to defeat the castle to cross this bridge. Makes the most sense. Financially, I think like maybe one of these would make the best sense. Just so I'm not like sharing resource pooling from like this area. I can't remember exactly how that works. I think it's like 4 provinces, but it drops off. You know, I wouldn't say exponentially, but like, you know, the amount of resources we're pulling from like 4 provinces away is like 50% or 80% or something like that. Anyway, I think we're definitely going to want to build something here just to sort of protect this area and, you know, gather resources from here. So I think that's what we're going to do. Maybe I should start now if I have a commander I can spare, but I don't. I could like take one of these researchers. Could build a lab. Ooh, what happened to this guy? Lost an eye and he's diseased. Okay, well that's cool. Okay, well I think that's good. I feel pretty good about that. So you're gonna move there. Let's check out our army setup. Okay, so I can hold 120 undead troops. So first of all, let's give you all of those little Frankenstein dudes. And oops, no, I don't want to take those guys. All of my skeletons in one army I think is fine. Maybe some of these guys in a separate one, because these guys don't have armor. And I think that's going to be the biggest difference between my troops, is the ones that are... Oh, that's it. I'm maxed out. Okay, cool. That's a pretty decent undead army. Now, there's nothing special going on right now. So I feel like, you know, I can do better with this army. By having this guy act as like a battle commander. So I do want to start crafting some items for him to maybe aid them. If there's something I can do to protect them from banishment, that would be cool. And then B, just have him, you know, sort of act as like a thug and just tearing up the front line a little bit there. Okay, so these guys are pretty hefty. They're slow. You know, they're going to take a little bit to kill. What I think I want to do, there's not that many of them though. I'm going to put them in front here. And, you know, just have them attack the closest army, the closest enemy. Okay. And then these guys, we'll do double line formation on the right here. Same thing. Attack closest enemy. And these guys aren't fast or anything, but they're going to die. So we're going to keep them on our right flank here. And line formation. We should actually do box maybe. It's going to be smaller, but... And then I'm going to keep this guy back for now since he doesn't have anything like amazing to protect him. Let's see what he can do. Cast specific spell. Okay. So, of course, if we're fighting undead, he can do his priestly duties. He can animate skeletons and animate dead. Protection from lightning, windrunner, skeletal body, hand of death. I think I'll use that once we get some armor. That just allows him his left hand to cause some damage. Summon storm power. During the storm, the spell can be used to channel the power of a storm through the mage. This enables the mage to cast more powerful air magic spells. The spell only works during a storm. Okay. Interesting. Spirit Curse. The caster summons a malign spirit from the underworld and curses an enemy. In return, it is set free to wreak havoc on the living. The spirit never joins battle. Okay, so I think... Yeah, we curse someone, and then the spirit is sort of like now roaming, and that can cause some sort of issues. I think for now, he's just going to kind of stay behind troops. Like, just because we're not doing, like, crazy critical things. So, 30 lizard warriors versus, like, 140 undead. We should come out on top. We're going to come up to at least here in this area. And then sort of consider what we should do. Okay, so we do have another enemy unit here. I would love a third army. I think it's time that we start recruiting. So that's... Okay. I think we repeat that and we start recruiting these guys. And we have a third army to, at the very least, protect our flank over here from these guys if they decide to invade. I think I'm going to need for sure at least 2 armies to start pushing out to here. And of course more as I move out this way. We're going to need quite a bit when we start pushing out that way. For now, on this side, this is going to be a great place to protect here. So we're going to try to capture all of that and call that good. Okay. So let's just check our commanders real quick. Everyone's doing stuff. That guy's hiding. Let's just move him this way just to see what's going on. Move him over here just to see if I can't maybe see what's going on in these territories. I could use another scout, actually. Can I afford that this turn? Oh, no, we're still doing a bunch of stuff. Oh, I'm repeating. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. There we go. That's what I want to do. Cool. Yeah, that's going to save me a lot of gold. I mean, it would be nice to have another researcher, but I think right now it's more important that we get our army sort of built up. And I do want to try to save my gold just in case I get into a pinch. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and end turn. Okay. All right, a lot of deconstruct here. Okay, someone claimed a high throne. That's not good, but it's expected. We did cast those. Proclamation, someone proclaimed a prophet. Someone crippled and died. Okay, so the entrance to the fortification has been breached. We can storm anytime now. So that's ready. This is our battle with the Independents. We were able to take them with 9 deaths, unfortunately, but that's to be expected. I'm just kind of curious to see how quickly these guys are moving here. So, yeah, these guys are super slow, especially compared to, like, what's their speed? Yeah, 11. So I think 10 is, like, normal. I mean, this is your typical undead army. Not moving too fast. These guys are getting quickly outpaced. So that's not, like, ideal, right? So I think what I want unfortunately, is to put these guys forward, bring these guys back. So at the very least, they're together. I'd like these guys to be to soak a little bit of damage. None of these guys can heal. Okay, so let's see here. What are the lizards doing? Long Dead hit Lizard Warrior body with 10 points of damage. Okay, so that's decent. Long Dead hit Lizard Warrior for 7 points. Okay, they're causing good damage here. Okay, so same thing. They were 2. Target was killed. Yeah, because they 10 points of damage, man. They only got 5. Okay, so these guys are gonna keep going back. They did a pretty good job of taking those lizard guys out. There's just numbers, you know, at this point is what's going on. And we can guess how that's going. They're like, oh my god, we're gonna run away. There's a giant army of skeletons and undead coming towards me. Okay. So that's good there. Where is this at? Okay, so it looks like... What's going on there? Okay, it's the name. This is Solam. Okay, so they attacked us. Where'd they attack? Oh, they must have attacked us from one of these other provinces. Yeah, because it's pretty small. So our defense forces were able to beat them. That's what's going on there. Okay. Yeah, so the water dudes invaded here, but they were beat back, which is excellent news. Because I'd rather fight these guys than those, although they're not proven to be, like, as scary as I thought. Okay, that's fine. You're going to preach. You're going to storm the castle. Okay, so we're storming the castle. These guys shouldn't be able to attack too much more, so I'm not too worried about that. But I'm sort of getting spread thin here, which is fine. Okay, let's keep moving. We're gonna move up around this way to here, in this area. Keep recruiting those guys for a second army. We're gonna scout ahead, so it's gonna take them a while to catch up, but we're gonna go see what's going on over here. Good defenses there. I mean, not great, of course, but good. Should be able to repel that army, I would think. Okay. I feel pretty good about that. Anything special I want to do? I feel like I want to start crafting some things a little bit. Let's see what we can do with some earth magic. Oh yeah, we can get a decent weapon for our guy. Okay, let's start with that. Let's start with a decent weapon. Okay, so Bane Blade, which is pretty cool. Rod of the Leper King. This green metal scepter with a will grant the wielder the ability to lead more of the undead, and will grant that ability to those previously unusable to do so. Unfortunately, the wearer will become deceased unless undead himself. Okay, so in becoming deceased, what will that do to him? So I'm worried it will like lower his HP. I do want him to be fighting, and if he's undead, he might become like brittle or something like that. So I'm not sure what that will do, but we can try it. Like, we can try it on a test subject maybe? Like, once he's dead, does it, like, kill him forever and now he can't go back? Okay, this well-crafted hammer made of the blackest dwarven iron is the hammer. This hammer is enchanted with earth magic. When used in the forge, it will help the smith produce magical wonders. Okay, so I think I want to give this to, like, a crafter. Forge bonus +2. Absolutely. Okay, so we could do that. All but the most powerful armor will be destroyed when hit by this Morning Star. Our Morning Stars have an increased attack value against targets with shields. Okay, so he can take down some stronger targets there. These are all pretty good. This lead shield is very heavy and enchanted to protect the wielder from hostile magic. All right, that makes sense. Don't have to worry about those because I'm mounted. Okay, so we can craft this. Let's go ahead and craft the skull. We know for sure we want them to gain experience. I'm curious about the it could be cool to have this guy be able to lead more undead. Like, just have this, like, insanely large army, which is one way to sort of buff their weakness, is just have, like, a ton of them, right? That would make them, like, a decently offensive army at that point. So I think we'll do that. How are we doing on gold? 1,300. Okay, so let's... Okay, yeah, I think recruit one more of those guys. They have a decent spread of magic here, and we can even, like, use some gems to give them more. I think this guy is going to be our dedicated crafter. We'll give him that item that helps their crafting. Yeah, I think we'll do that. He'll be like our dedicated crafter. We'll give him a ton of stuff and up his magic in different areas, his magic paths, just to have him be able to craft like a wider variety of items. Okay, he's moving there. Still okay in this area. He's preaching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so their dominion is slowly falling. Let's end turn. All right. Large map, lots of things happen in there. Okay, research complete. Okay, I'll have to check to make sure I'm not out of research. Those are good. He was proclaimed. Okay, so we invaded. This is, yeah, so this is that province. I mean, that should have gone fine. 19 deaths for there in one of those guys. Okay, the shaman might have been casting banish. I don't know if shamans can do that or not. I think they can. So let's see what's going on. Blessing, yeah, that's totally what's going on. So this is sort of the worst case, not the worst case scenario, but like we're slow. Archers are just able to sort of pick us off, right? So that's not good. He's casting banish. It's just the archers that are taking us out. They're just given a ton of opportunity to just pick us off. So not an ideal situation for us. Okay, I get the point there. Okay, so that was that. This is the battle. We captured the fortress, an enemy temple was found and was swiftly razed. Okay, so not too many deaths. They did have some forces there and some defense forces. Let's just check this battle out. This is our first fortress raising. All right, so here's the fortress. We knocked down the wall. These guys are gonna go nuts. We don't have any range like archers. These guys are gonna run out of ammo. So that's not good. But we are able to sort of come back here and attack. Once their commander falls, I'm guessing, you know, they'll run pretty good. That's a decent mate. I wonder if that was their pretender. I don't know. Okay, oh, now we're climbing the stairs. Okay, so there are stairs back here. So brought our horses up the stairs, knocking on the wall. Yeah. Yep. Okay, the fortress definitely gave them a little bit of an advantage there. Okay, so we were to take that. An unexpected event occurred here. We found some nature gems. That's good. And an unexpected event occurred here. Excellent. We found some gold. And a sneaking enemy was discovered by local militia shortly after. So, there was a... Oh, look at that. The Independence. A sneaking enemy was discovered by local militia, and shortly after we attacked with our forces in Salam. Okay, so cool. Where was this? Salam. Ah, aha. Okay, cool. So we destroyed their castle. How are we doing on an army here? Not great. Like, this is, we're down to about 50% forces. I am going to go ahead and take this and this. We're going to put some defenses here. Let's bring 30 of those guys since there is a castle there. Okay. Okay, so we do get this fortification. So I guess I'd rather have a fort here. So that might, like, I might end up destroying this. I don't know, like, or if that's worth it or not. Like, I guess we didn't have to pay for this. So I just would rather have a fortress here and then be able to defend this, like, bottleneck here. Because they have to come through that fortress to get through here. So I'll probably end up doing that. But for now, it's allowing me to, A, recruit here, which is awesome. So, yeah. So there's not a lot of resources, unfortunately. But at least I can start recruiting. And I think what I'm going to do... Do I have an extra commander here? Not really. Okay. I'm going to have this guy research real quick. And... Okay, we're going to have him take this area for sure. And then we'll at least have some protection from these areas. We're at war with these guys. They might be harassing us. And then come over here and just, like, eliminate these guys from the map. Also, preaching should also do that too. Once their dominion is down, like, they should just die. But we'll see. Oh, they are kind of spreading this way. But they have no dominion. So really, I think as soon as their dominion is gone... But I think it's also once they have to eliminate their provinces. I can't remember. We'll find out shortly. A couple of months. Okay. Gonna attack there. Gonna have you guys attack here. This will not go well. So that cavalry, I think, is gonna be like a little bit difficult. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna change our army setup. We're gonna try this. So we're gonna pull these guys forward and put them in line formation. Okay. And then we're going to pull these guys back. There we go. Just to let those guys sort of take the brunt of it. And then hopefully we slow down the cavalry and then start causing damage. And then these guys come in and then, you know, we all hit them at once. That's my theory anyway. Ah, this is a non-independent force. Solus, Mannequins, and Solus Venaris. Interesting. Okay. Where'd my scout go? They are hiding. Let's go check those guys out. Okay. That's a decently sized army. Like I would be a little bit concerned about that, especially like once we could take some losses here. How we looking as far as recruitment goes here? Okay. I'm going to give myself a cheap 60. Not great. Let's see if I can't. He's still got 680. Okay. Yeah, let's get him. Just a ferrying commander to like resupply wherever we need to. It's basically what he's going to be for. Okay. Yeah, that should be easy. We should just walk all over these guys. Okay. I think we're ready to end turn. So far, so good. Like, I'm uncomfortable at the level we're expanding, like, just with how many troops I have, but I think it's, like, it's fine. An unexpected event occurred here. A group of freethinkers has been banned. They and their kin have left and in search of more pluralistic government. Yeah, that's not me. And some barbarian scouts have been caught and interrogated. They seem to have been preparing a large-scale attack. Okay, that's not good. They'll get used to the new government in time. Okay, we attacked this. We've taken it over with no deaths. That totally makes sense. Here we're attacking the independence, and we conquered it at a cost, though. Like, certainly, we're down to like 50% of our forces. Oh, I can use my arrow keys. Okay, cool. So let's actually view this battle. So just because I'm curious to see like how it went. I don't think I set these guys far back enough. Cavalry's moving fast. Oh, cavalry archers. No bueno. They're holding. That's a smart strategy. Just so really, I made it worse. Is what I did. Yeah, still decently strong. Able to take them out. Oh, zapped because I got hit and I ran it. Okay. Yeah, so I guess the good news is like these guys have, you know, low morale or just normal morale, and then my guys are like undead and don't know, they're already dead. So, yeah. Okay, so we were at a table to them. Then we attacked here. Where was this at? What's going on? Oh, I attacked there? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, I think this was the something happened there. I'm very confused. Okay, where was that at? Read message. Okay. Jahira. Yeah, okay, that was some weird battle mechanic thing there where I ended up fighting twice or something like that. So that's fine. Okay, we're going to move this way, and then we're going to move back. We are going to add like 25 defenders here. Okay, we're going to move there, and then we'll take these guys out here. These guys shouldn't be able to cross this river. And hopefully we'll take these guys out. Okay, Croix the Blinded. Corix the Blinded, who radiates power. Okay, so A, that might be like a prophet, or B, it might be their pretender. Unsure about that. Unsure. Okay, let's focus a little bit on the long-term game. So this turn is going to be a little bit longer. So we are this guy. Okay, so unfortunately he got another death. Magic. Not unfortunately, but let's do a couple of things here. So we are going to empower, and let's see what we got here. Okay, so it's pretty expensive to do. Pretty expensive. I'd like to get him something, but man, that's expensive. Okay. So I think it's just expensive going from 0 to 1. It looks like it's getting cheaper here. So we could give him some earth magic, but he's already got that. It's from 2 to 3. It does get cheaper as it's going on, maybe. Astral. So it's going to cost 50 of something. Definitely not going to be able to do that. That's unfortunate. Okay. Are like one of these other guys cheaper? I'm not sure. Oh, well. Okay, so let's have him forge magic item. We're going to give him this dwarven hammer that, when used in this forge, it will help the smith produce magical wonders. Okay, so we're going to have him, too low level. Earth magic level 3. That means you got to do it. Craft. Oops, wrong one. Forge magic item. That. Okay, we'll give him that. You'll research for now, even though it's less effective. I could like trade quills and all that stuff. Yeah. Might as well. Might as well. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and unfortunately, we're going to give you guys 20. I don't want to make too much of this. I don't want to spend too much of that gold. But I have to. It's better than losing a province, I think. 20. Okay, 20. There we go. Okay, I'm going to bring this guy back, and we're going to resupply before we take on these guys. But I think that's their main army, and that concerns me. Because those guys are going to be tough to beat. Like, this is super concerning. 70 units. The army consists of mainly Asaras, Solus, Gals. Okay, so we definitely want to... Alright, so... let's spend some gold and give myself another priest. That'd be a couple of turns, but then I'll at least have someone to banish some of those guys. How's my army looking here? Decent, but not great. Let's go ahead and recruit some cavalry. Yeah, okay. Recruit some cavalry there. How's recruitment going here? Slow. Slow. Okay. Gonna bring these guys back through here. There's another force there. Okay, so this is what's kind of scary in playing a late game nation, is I think this guy could be their pretender. Now, these, I'm not sure if these guys are amphibian or not. And if they are, they're not going to fight super well on land. So, like, that is one consolation. These guys I'm worried about. They're not the biggest army, but they could definitely cause some problems here. Where'd my... Can't see my fortification. That's weird. Sprite is gone, but that's okay. It's still there. I see it. Okay. That's fine. All right. I think we're good there. Okay, intern. I think that's all we can do right now. Okay, so a ton of proclamations. A message from Makone. We hereby declare war on your unholy nation. That makes sense. Sure, we were able to take that. Yep, that's fine. Nothing crazy. We were attacked here. Okay, our forces defeated the attacking force. That's good. Where was that at? Right there. So they got attacked from this direction, I'm guessing. Why are my... Like, I must have hit a button or something. We're like lost some sprite looking things. Like we're just missing something. Okay, that's weird. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's see here. Let's go back to messages. An unexpected event occurred here. Population minus 70. Okay, the barbarians are kind of kicking my butt there and making it difficult. Okay. There was a battle in Jahira. We defeated the barbarians. That's fine. Somewhat easily. And we discovered... Holy cow. Our scout got discovered, and he's dead. Yeah, let's take this opportunity. His death will not be in vain. We're going to scout this army a little bit and see what's going on. Okay, so high hit points, high morale, low protection, strong, very good attack. Very good attack. We got a blood mage. These guys are sacred. They're a demon, so they might get some buffing. Chaos power. This unit is more powerful in provinces with high turmoil. So the good news is my Dominion will help negate these guys. Okay. So, yeah, sorry, but that's good. Okay, so we are at war, and I believe these guys are doing that. Cool. Well, I know I was gonna try to play this for an hour. It's only been 15 minutes. I'm gonna take a quick break, end this stream, and then come back a little bit later this morning, and hopefully figure out why this some of these sprites aren't showing up. I'll try to reload, and I must have hit a button or something like that. But I could use a little bit more coffee. So yeah, thanks for watching. As always, feel free to comment on anything you're seeing here, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks.